हेलो मेरे बच्चा लोग, कैसे हैं सब? हाउ आर यू ऑल डूइंग? आई नो दैट you all are doing super good and making the best preparation possible for the upcoming physics exam, isn't it? Right, so tell me jaldi se jaldi in the chat box, how are you all doing? How your day is going? Everyone, I just want to know how all my bachcho logs are doing here. Hi Sudeep, hi Mr. Perfect, hi Palak, hi Miara, Shivang, where are the others? Where is the energy of the class? I can't see that. I'm not able to see that energy which all my legends used to give me all the time. Hi Shriya. Hi Palak. Riya. Shraddha. Had a productive day? Very good. Awesome, Shraddha. Okay, so Shraddha asked me, sir, how am I? I'm doing so good. I hope you can say that from the smile I'm having on my face. Hai na? So, hi Riya, Ujjwal, Crazy, Ritam, Arohi, Komal, Meow. A big hi, a very big, beautiful hi to everyone here in this particular classroom. So, tell me, bacha log, why we are here? Why? Yes, in today's class, mainly we'll be talking about all the important points, matlab all the important topics from each chapter. Let's say from electric charges and field, then we'll be going to electric potential chapter, then we'll be going to current electricity, matlab all the chapters that is going to come for term 1, na, we'll be talking about all those important points and important topics. And tomorrow what we are going to do, in tomorrow's marathon series, we are going to discuss all these important points in detail, right? So this is the starting of our marathon series. Matlab, we are going to get introduced with all the important topics in today's class. I hope you all are ready, mera chalo, because I'm totally ready. And this is Ameer, your physics educator at Unacademy, and simply people call me Bhaiya. And here a small introduction about myself. You all can see I have an experience of more than 3.5 years in the field of teaching JEE, NEET and board student. I am a beta graduate from an IT Calicut in mechanical engineering, and here all I am, bachalo. One more thing which you might not be knowing and which haven't written here, whoever is new to my class, that I'm from Kerala. I don't know Hindi much, mera bachalo. So we'll be having all the conversation, right? Most of the conversation in English, but बीच पे थोड़ा थोड़ा हिंदी में भी बातें कर सकता है, jokes भी crack कर सकता है. Okay, fine. Okay, moving on. Now we are only left with is tomorrow's class. What do we have on tomorrow's class? Should I be explaining what we have on tomorrow's class, mera bachcha log? That awesome thing which we are going to have? Should I be explaining more? No, I suppose, because you all know what we are going to have in tomorrow's session. Dekh le, everyone. Yes, it is the complete syllabus marathon is going to be happening on tomorrow. Starting from what time? Dekh le, at 3 p.m. we have the first marathon part 1, electrostatics and current electricity. Will be discussing concept. We'll be doing multiple choice question. We'll be doing assertion recent type question. और क्या चाहिए आप लोगों को for your preparations for term 1? 7:30 magnetism at 10 p.m. EMI and AC. वाह वाह, दिन तो awesome बन जाएगा, दिन तो amazing बन जाएगा मेरे बच्चा लोग. That's all I can see. Tomorrow 8 December marathon series. Don't miss it if you want to make a perfect preparation for the upcoming term 1 examination. ठीक है? Moving on. If you don't want to miss any of the live classes from your favorite teachers, the link of the Telegram channel is given here and in the description box. Jaldi se aakar be a part of this Telegram channel. Bugs Bounty. कोई लोग है क्या बच्चा लोग? Is there anyone who doesn't know about this Bugs Bounty? Who doesn't know? Just listen to me. It's an amazing program where you can get so much of prizes. What do you have to do? Go to the description box. Okay? There you'll find a form. Fill the form if you're finding any inappropriate content in the videos uploaded by Unacademy. And if it is valid, you'll get so many prizes at your home. Wow. It's an amazing thing, hai na? Okay. Now, moving on, bachcha log. Now, whoever is new here, I'll just give you a brief introduction about this Unacademy Plus subscription. In the meanwhile, I'm asking a small thing to be done from your end. Can you all do that, bachcha log? Can you all do that? A small thing which you all can do for me and for all your friends and everyone. Share the class to everyone, okay? And ask all your friends to join, because this is going to help everyone, right? And let's move forward and let's prepare for term 1 together. What do you all say? Ritu, Miara, Shivang, Shriya, Hype, Aaron, everyone, I suppose you all are with me on this. So jaldi se jaldi, without waiting, right? Jaldi se share कर ले the class. Now regarding the Unacademy Plus subscriptions मेरा बच्चा लोग. So just listen. We all are learning through YouTube. Yes, it's an amazing thing. But some of you like to have personal mentoring and personal guidance while you learn, isn't it? That can only happen while you are with a Plus subscription. And there are also some students who like to clear your doubts at the moment whenever a teacher is teaching the topic, isn't it? This can only happen while you are at the Plus subscription platform. Why? Because in the Plus subscription platform, we have an amazing feature which we call it as in-call feature, where in the class itself, you can call your teacher and clear doubts on the moment, on the spot. So learning something without the doubt, isn't that something which you all dream about? And that dream can come true while you are a part of Unacademy Plus subscription platform. Where देख ले, we all educators will be there to teach you the entire syllabus in a proper order so that you can keep track of all the topics that is being covered. When everything is in proper order, obviously you'll start having so much of interest, and your progress is something which you can see by yourself, and something I can also assure you. Top educators of the country will be there to teach you, who's having a very good experience in the field of teaching. They'll be telling you what to study, what not to study, what are the multiple choice questions you should be practicing, what MCQ pattern you should be expecting. Just follow them. You're going to ace in all the competitive examinations you're going to write, and will be ending up in the colleges, whichever you are dreaming about. Then study materials will be given to you, practice tests, live test series. All this will make you super confident and will help you to write all the examination with full of dum. Okay. Then 6 months, if you're going for a 6-month subscription, I think that is more than enough, because we are already at the academic year end. So for a 6-month subscription, if you go for, how much it will cost you? 1,667 per month. And bacha log, you don't need to pay that much. क्यों? आप लोगों के साथ code है AMB10, use this, get 10% of discount and maximum offers. So you only have to pay 1,500 instead of paying 1,667 while you use a code. More than that, many offers also you'll receive once you use this particular code. ठीक है? देख ले, iconic subscription is what we are having. You'll get all the features of Plus, some extra features. मतलब personal mentor. Personal mentor मतलब a person will be assigned to you, who will be there to help you with your academic activities, everything. मतलब you'll feel so free and so calm when this person is assigned to you. Live doubt solving classes, weekly reports. For all these super useful features, bacha log. If you're going for a 6-month subscription, it will cost you 2,833 per month. And again, do you need to pay that much? Obviously not. Why? We have the code. The physics family has a code AMB10, get 10% discount and maximum offers while you make the subscription. So then you only have to pay 2,550 rupees. Bas. Ho gaya. Now, here we are going for this super dashing, super great and super useful session, which is the most important topics for our upcoming term 1 examination. Are you all ready? Are you all ready? That's all I want to know right now. Aur kuch nahi. Everybody be ready with your notebook open and be ready to write down all the important topics, so that when we do the marathon tomorrow, while we cover each and every topics, you can put a tick mark on top of all those topics. Myara, Shivangi, Shriya, Khushbu, Aaron, Shraddha, Hype. Everybody is ready, na? With full of energy. I know that my legends are super energetic, right? Ritu, Anisha, very good, mera bacha log. Let's go for it. Here we go, right? With the most important topics. Dekh le, my content person has made an amazing poster also. It looks so awesome, right? Most important topics. Without telling, you all know the very first chapter of physics, which is charges and electric fields, isn't it? Okay. When this chapter starts, we are seeing some of the properties of charges, like poles attract, unlike like poles will be repelling, unlike poles will be attracting. We all know about these things. But now here we are going to talk about important topics. So the first important topics after skipping all these comes as Coulomb's law. What is being told in Coulomb's law? Jaldi. Yes, in Coulomb's law, we talk about the force acting between the charges. So what all questions you should be expecting from this Coulomb's law? Yes, you should be expecting questions such as, what is the effective value of force on a single charge, right? When it is being surrounded by other charges. Other question which you can expect, Dekli. You'll be given that there is a triangular shape where on all the points charges are kept. Find out force on either of the charges. You can expect a question like this, right? Then they'll be giving you, there are two charges, Q1, Q2, right, which is kept at a distance of r between them. Then they'll be asking you, where should a third charge Q3 should be kept so that it will be experiencing a net force of 0. These are the different kinds of question you can get from the topic of Coulomb's law. So for doing these kind of problems, you should be knowing very well the formula of Coulomb's law, which is 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q1 Q2 by r square. You all know that. You should also be very thorough about the direction of force acts. So if you are clear about all these things, any question pop-ups from the very first important topic, which is Coulomb's law, you all are going to do it as ठीक है. This is something which you get from Coulomb's law. एक मिनट बच्चा. Okay, proceeding further, let's see which is the next important topic from this part of the charges and electric field. Electric field itself is an important topic. Okay, you should be knowing what is an electric field, matlab definition, right? What is the electric field strength, you should be knowing. Okay, then you should be knowing the formula of electric field of a point charge. You all know, right? 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 q by r square. You should be knowing it. You should also be knowing the direction of electric field at each point. Very important. So all these are the topics you should be expecting from the main heading of electric field. Okay? You can also expect questions like this. Matlab, there is a charge of Q1. Okay. There is another charge of Q2. There is another charge of Q3. Okay. Question will be, at a particular point, what is the net value of electric field? How will you do? Find out the electric field produced by Q1, then find out the electric field produced by Q2, then find out the electric field produced by Q3 at this point. Vectorially add kar le. Why vectorially? Electric field is a vector quantity, so add it, get your answer. So these are the kind of questions you should be expecting from the part of electric field. Very important. Very important matlab super important. I hope you are going to revise this topic. Okay. Yes, moving on. Then what do we have? Then what we have is electric field lines. You know, very important. What are electric field lines? Right? Representing electric field at a point with the help of lines. That is electric field lines. You should be knowing what is electric field lines, right? How electric field lines will be looking like for different charge configuration. Matlab for a positive charge, how the electric field lines are, we know that it emerges out. For a negative charge, how the electric field lines are, it comes inside, right? You should be knowing about all these properties of electric field lines and how electric field lines will be for different charge configuration. Very important. And without saying, you all know that the properties of electric field lines are very important and something you must be going through. है ना? You all might be knowing that. ठीक है. Moving on. Electric flux. What is electric flux? Right? The total number of electric field lines passing perpendicular through an area is simply defined as electric flux. Formula for electric flux you should be knowing. Integral E dot ds. We all know that. है ना? So usually direct question from electric flux is something which is going to be very easy. So we won't be finding that direct question from electric flux. Right? Or sometimes these kind of questions can pop up. I'll just tell you one kind of questions you should be expecting from electric flux. देखिए. Electric field value will be given. Okay, some value of electric field will be given. ठीक है. Then area vector will also be given. Right? They'll be asking you what is the value of electric field at this point. That is equal to E vector dot A vector. Just do the dot product. You will get the value of flux there. Okay. Then other cases, I'll just tell you. Okay, these are the kind of questions you should be referring from these topics. Okay. Now other is like they'll be talking that in a space, okay, there is some figure will be there, okay, they'll be telling that a particular cube is existing in this particular space, okay, and they'll also be telling that there is an electric field existing in the same space. Question will be, what is the net value of electric flux associated with this entire cube? Questions can come. These are the kind of questions you should be expecting from the part of electric flux. So be aware of this. Try to go through all these topics. Fine. Okay. Yes. Now, Gauss law, without telling, you all know how important this particular Gauss law is. What is said in Gauss law? Gauss law tells that if you are having a closed surface, which we call it by the name of Gaussian surface, the total flux lines associated with that Gaussian surface is 1 by epsilon 0 times the charge enclosed. Very important, right? And by using this Gauss law, we are finding out the electric field of many charge distributions. First one, for a line charge of distribution, I say, for an infinite line charge of distribution, formula 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 2 lambda by r. We find out the electric field using Gauss law, isn't it? Then by using Gauss law, we find out the electric field of an infinitely long plane sheet. If you have a sheet like this essay, okay, with some positive charges, okay, what is the value of electric field? Formula kya tha? Formula sigma by 2 epsilon 0. Yaad hai? This is also being derived from where? Gauss law. Then for a sphere, which is a hollow sphere and also solid sphere, right, we are finding out the value of electric field by using this same Gauss law. So you should be going through all these topics. Okay, so I'm just helping you remind all these topics. We are not going through the topics today. Tomorrow is what we'll be going in deep with all these topics. ठीक है? Is it clear till this part? So for how many of you these topics are slowly coming into your mind? For how many of you? ऐसे आ रहा है सबका mind पे. So when I talk about these topics, you are like, हाँ, this is a topic which I remind about. This is a topic which is there in my mind. For how many of you? Harshit, hi. Shikhar, yes. Is it coming? ऐसे, just like a radio wave, is it coming to your mind? Crystal clear? Nyara, good. Derivation based questions won't be asked, but there will be questions where you should be knowing the derivation for solving that problem. Okay, they won't be asking derivation essay, but understanding the concept of derivation, okay, will be very sufficient for doing some kind of problems. Okay, so Pooja, just join the class and be here. So we're going to proceed further. Dekh le. Now electric dipoles, very important. What is an electric dipole? Equal and opposite charges placed at some distance. Then you can have questions such as, what is electric dipole moment? Right? What is an electric dipole moment? Now, when an electric dipole is given, what is the value of electric field on its axial point? What is the value of electric field on its equatorial point? What is the value of electric field at some random point? All these are the questions you should be expecting from here, isn't it? Yes. Then if this same electric dipole, okay, positive charge and negative charge, when it is kept in an external electric field, how much is the torque it experiences? How much is the force it experiences? These are the kind of questions you should be expecting. ठीक है? ठीक है? समझ में आ गया? Right? Okay. So it is till here we are having the discussion from the first chapter, which is charge and electric field. Electric dipole, I think a sure shot question you can expect from the part of electric dipoles. It is a sure shot, let's say. Definitely, yes. Okay, so very important, just mark it down. Now we are moving for the next questions. With the next chapter, right? So I hope you all are noting it down, each and every points, whatever we are writing from each chapter. Clear, Ritu, Riya, Shivam? ठीक है? Noted with me? Good, 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 good. Let's go, let's go. Okay. Now, next chapter, which is electric potential and capacitance. Dekh le. First thing is, you should be knowing what is a potential, right? Okay, then finding out the value of potential of a given charge. I'll write it down. Potential of a point charge at a point. Finding out the potential if a point charge is given. Another important topic from here. Then what can we be? Yes, finding out the equivalent value of potential at a point, right? If the point is surrounded by many charges. Let's say we have a charge Q1 here, we have a charge Q2 here, we have a charge Q3 here, we have a charge Q4, right? Questions can be, what is the net value of potential? You know how you have to find out. Find the potential produced by Q1. Then you will find the potential produced by Q2. Then produced by Q3, Q4. Just add like a scalar one. Okay, just like you add 1 plus 2 plus 3. Just add all these values. Why? Potential is a scalar quantity, isn't it? Right? So this is the questions you should be expecting from the part of potential initial. Then you should be knowing what is the equation for potential difference. Okay, what is the equation for potential difference, right? And you should also be expecting, right, questions from the part of potential difference. Okay, then this is another important thing. So in the previous chapter we were talking about the electric field produced by potential at different points. In this chapter, which is our second chapter, here we'll be seeing what are the potential produced due to a dipole at different points. Matlab on the axial point, on the equatorial point, and at some random point. So all these equations are very important, and all these topics to go through is also very important. Fine. Okay. Then dipole, if it is kept in an external electric field, what is the potential energy associated with the dipole? One question is a pakka. Okay, I can almost say with 90% confidence this particular question can come. Okay, matlab let's say we are having a positive Q and negative Q, which is kept in an external electric field. What is the potential energy of it? Potential energy of dipole in an external electric field. Question can come from this part. Very important. ठीक है, फिर क्या? Then we can expect to find out the potential energy between charges. Matlab if you have Q1 and Q2 charges at a distance of r, what is the potential energy between them? Right? Formula 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q1 Q2 by r. And now similarly, if there is 3 charge system, what is the total potential energy of the system? 4 charge system, what is the total potential energy of the system? You should be knowing. Okay, then what we have? Properties of the conductors. From the properties of the conductor, I think I can say one assertion recent type question is pakka. What is it? From the properties of conductors, you can expect one question. Properties of conductors matlab, you do remember, right? Inside the conductor, electric field value is 0. At all points inside the conductor, potential is same. Electric field is perpendicular to the surface of conductor. All these are the properties of conductor which you should be very much thorough about. Very much matlab very much thorough about. Then only you will be able to do the problems, or one assertion recent type is pakka. Okay, so there we have the properties of conductors topics, which makes it so much important. Fine. Shall we proceed? Moving to the last topics, equipotential surface, very important. Properties of equipotential surface, another important topic. You all know what is equipotential, hai na? Okay, now I'm not going for the definition of that right now, because just we are introducing you to the topics, hai na? Fair. Capacitance, very important. Matlab regarding capacitors, we mainly are talking about parallel plate capacitors, right? So what is the general formula for capacitance, right? What is the formula for capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor? Okay. Then if you insert a dielectric constant between the capacitor plates, what is the value of capacitance? Now, between the capacitor plates, if you are adding dielectrics partially, what is the value of capacitance? You should be knowing all these things. Okay. Then combination of capacitors, series combination of capacitors, parallel combination of capacitors, another important topic. And the last is energy stored inside the capacitor plates. So these are the topics that you must be going in the very last part, which is related to capacitors. If you know this much, Anna, any question that pop-ups clear हो जाएगा, ठीक है? So फिक्र करने की ज़रूरत भी नहीं है. And there we come and end to the most important topics from our second chapter. Okay, so write down all these topics, because in tomorrow's class we are going to make a complete revision of all these topics. Okay, yes, Deepika, Muhammad, Ria. Okay, so tell me, how is the confidence till now? What do you all think regarding the exam? Right after completing and revising all these topics, right? Tell me, what do you think about the exam? So you think that, sir, we're gonna rock it. It's not so difficult, it's gonna be. How many of you think that? Ria, okay. Arohi, yes. Ritu, important topics noted. Okay, so Deepika is like, the Josh and the energy is super high. When will I take Menti? Whenever there is Menti sessions, I'll be informing you before. Okay, please take rest, Pooja. So have enough energy and be healthy for the exams. Okay. Okay, Miara. Okay, very good. Shikhar, Arohi. Okay, ठीक है. Now, we'll be more confident after tomorrow's session. Or kya, we're gonna rock tomorrow's session, hai na? Yes, we have to rock together, the entire physics family. And I want all the bachalogs in the classroom to get full 35 out of 35. And sure, we are gonna make it, right? And that's why I'm gonna start my class from 3 p.m. entire day. Okay, I have that dream in my mind, and we'll make it happen together, bachalo. Okay, so related to capacitance, we already have discussed what all topics will be coming. Then current electricity chapter, right? Chapter is something which we already know, right? It starts from what is the definition of current electricity, which we already know, right? Then it talks about some of the extra terms, such as drift velocity, right? We should be knowing what is drift velocity and its formulas, right? Then mobility, right? Then we have current density. Okay, so all these are chotu topics at the beginning of this particular chapter, right? And one important equation is there, that I is equal to NA VD into E. This is another important formula. And electric field is equal to J rho. J is current density, rho is resistivity. This is another important formula. So these are the topics you must be going at the initial part of the chapter, current electricity. Okay? Fine. Then if we proceed further, right, we'll go to the part of resistance. Resistance, the Ohm's law, I'm not mentioning it because everybody knows. Hai na? So starting with resistance, this formula everybody should be knowing. R is equal to rho L by A. Okay. Then color coding. Is there anyone who doesn't know color coding, that trick? B.B. Roy of Great Britain has a very good wife. है ना? ठीक है. Then how the resistance is dependent upon temperature, right? And combination of resistance. Can you see? One question is super confirmed. Let's say it's super confirmed, right? ये question आ जाएगा या आ जाएगा, मतलब to find out the equivalent value of resistance. We know the normal method of series combination, right? We know the method of parallel combination, right? That is not only enough. Sometimes we should be knowing what? The Wheatstone bridge condition, right? Wheatstone bridge. So this is very important, right? What is Wheatstone bridge and what is balanced Wheatstone bridge, and understanding the concept in finding out the equivalent value of resistance. This is another important part here, right? And those who have attended my classes, because I have told, right, the symmetry rule for finding out the equivalent value of resistance. We have done so much of problem on that also. So that is also important. So try to learn all these part related to the combination of resistors and finding out the equivalent value of resistance. This is one another important topics mera bacha log. Okay, fine. Okay, Harsh, very good. So Harsh, bacha log, so Harsh has commented I made formula cheat note. Matlab he have written the formula from each chapter. That is very good. Okay. Yes. Yes, Sachin. Arohi, yeah. Deepika, yes, and Miara is like, yes, I do remember. She remember that formula of symmetry and all. She was telling, it was hard and easy. Some were hard and some was easy. But it is going to really help you in finding out the equivalent resistance value. So make use of it. Then regarding the cells, right? If a cell is given, what is the potential difference across the cell? Potential difference of a cell, है ना? Then series combination and parallel combination, very important bachalo. Series B, parallel B. So what is the equivalent value of EMF? What is the equivalent value of internal resistance when they are connected in series and when they are connected in parallel? Important. Okay. Now, needless to say, among all the important, this is the super important of this particular chapter, which is Kirchhoff law. Two laws are there: current law, right, and the second one is the voltage law, or the loop rule. However you want to call it as such, but the concept and the method of implying that should be there. Do some multiple choice questions related to Kirchhoff law as a practice. Okay. Do some MCQ on Kirchhoff law. It will help you a lot in understanding this concept in a much better way. Very important. Okay. And the last two topics from this particular chapter is, one is meter bridge and potentiometer. I don't think there will be a question paper without this particular question. Matlab in term one question is, I think 90% I'm sure, right? 90% I'm sure that one question will be there from the topic of meter bridge and potentiometer, right? You all know what are the kind of questions you should be expecting from the part of meter bridge and potentiometer. It's another important thing. Okay. Okay. So Vanya, why you should, tomorrow we are going to have the live one shot videos, hai na Vanya? Bachalo, tell to Vanya that tomorrow we are having the amazing one shot marathon series which is going to happen. Yes. Okay. Conductance, it is not so important, but important. Okay. So there we have an ending from the chapter of current electricity. Tell me, among all the topics that I have told you till now, which one is more difficult for you? आप लोग ही बता दें. Now from all the topics we have defined, and we have completed the topics from 3 chapters. Tell me, among all the 3 chapters, which topic among these chapters more difficult for you? Okay, Sudeep was there to support me. He's like, he went to all the so every paper having this question, I think from potentiometer and meter bridge, right? Okay. 4th chapter hard or 4th chapter is hard. Okay, so Miara is like the chapter electrostatic. I'm not talking the entire chapter. I'm talking which topic among which chapter. Chapter 4 is hard. I think for many of you the chapter of electrostatics will be hard. Rupali, tomorrow in tomorrow's class I'll be explaining lenses. Don't worry, ठीक है? First chapter है ना? Okay, Shraddha is like related to cells, finding potential difference and arranging the formulas. Okay, 5th and 6th chapter is hard, Abhinav. ठीक है. For Miara, lenses law. Okay, very good, very good. So let's go to our next chapter, right? Charges and magnetism. Now, when we get into this particular chapter, right, the chapter starts with the force experienced by the charges. And what is the equation of force experienced by a charge in a magnetic field? QV cross B. Similarly, the force experienced by a current carrying conductor, that is I into L cross B. Different kind of questions we can expect from there. Okay? So don't miss it. Next, if a charged particle is entering into a magnetic field, how will it travel? We all know it moves in a circular path. If it moves in a circular path, right from here, it moves in a circular path. So the question can be, what is the radius? What is the time period? What is the value of omega? All these kind of questions you can expect from the motion of a charged particle in an external magnetic field. So by heart all these formulas, very important. Question can come essay. Okay. Now, Biot-Savart's law. You all know what Biot-Savart's law is about. For finding out the magnetic field produced by a current carrying conductor. Important hai ya nahi? Bilkul, super important, right? Okay. Now, by using Biot-Savart's law, we'll be asked to find out the magnetic field produced by a current carrying loop. है ना? Current carrying loop, magnetic field produced on its axial point. Okay, exactly at the center. At these points, we can find out the magnetic field. है ना? B1, B2, or we call it as BP, BO, by using this Biot-Savart's law. Then we have Ampere's circuit law, right? I hope you do remember. By using Ampere's circuit law, which is equation is integral B dot dl is mu naught I, we can find out the magnetic field produced by different current carrying conductors, isn't it? Just like an infinitely long current carrying conductor. Okay. Then the Ampere circuit law can be found out for what purpose, right? For finding out the magnetic field produced by different current carrying conductors. Go through all those topics, very important. Fine. Okay. Then we use Ampere circuit law for finding the magnetic field of a solenoid and toroid. Yaad hai? Both of them are having almost same formula, mu naught and I, right? Okay. Then torque on a dipole, here it is not that dipole, here it is magnetic dipole, right? If we are having a magnetic dipole, a north and a south, questions can be, what is the magnetic dipole moment, M, question mark. What is the torque it experiences? Another question mark you should be knowing. What is the potential energy of this magnetic dipole in an external electric field? These are the questions you should be expecting related to magnetic dipole. Very important, bache log. So I hope you all are writing down these important points here. Okay. लिख रहे हैं ना सब? ओके लिख रहा है ना? ओके हाँ हाँ हर्ष बिल्कुल. हर्ष इज लाइक Biot-Savart बाबा है ना, वो तो बहुत बढ़िया इंपॉर्टेंट है. और क्या, बहुत मतलब सुपर बड़ा इंपॉर्टेंट है हमारा Biot-Savart बाबा, है ना? बिल्कुल बिल्कुल आप सही बोल दिया. ओके सो हम जा रहे हैं. ओके नाउ okay, then the last part from this particular chapter is related to galvanometer, right? The working of galvanometer, right? And related to galvanometer, I hope you do remember current sensitivity and voltage sensitivity. Remember current sensitivity and voltage sensitivity. These are two topics you should be knowing from galvanometer, because we have seen some question in our actual CBSE release sample paper also related to current and voltage sensitivity. I think you all might have done it. I think we have done in our sample paper solution classes, है ना? Then conversion of galvanometer to ammeter and voltmeter. Okay, so conversion of galvanometer to ammeter and voltmeter, this is another important topic which questions pops up, obviously either direct questions or question which has a concept from it. Okay, so don't forget to by heart and learn all these topics. Fine? Is it fine? Is it fine? Bobby, just voltage sensitivity nahi aata hai. Just check your CBSE sample paper, and if you don't find this question about voltage sensitivity, theek hai. Just go and check. You'll find the question. Perfect. Jalebi current. What is this jalebi current? Yes, Ritu. Shraddha. So that was the important topics from the chapter. Now we have our next magnetism and matter. We'll go through that. Okay. So I hope you all are writing down the important topics, and all these important topics will be covered in detail tomorrow's session. ठीक है? Okay. So yes. Next one, which is magnetism and matter. Starts with, right, how a solenoid is going to act as a magnetic dipole. You know that a current carrying conductor solenoid will be acting as a magnetic dipole. है ना? If it acts as a magnetic dipole, first thing, what is its magnetic dipole moment? Question can come. You have the formula. Okay, I'll just write it down. Magnetic dipole moment of a solenoid, a current carrying solenoid. Then, right, okay. So if you have a current carrying solenoid, question can also be, what is the magnetic field on the axial point produced by the solenoid? Then what is the magnetic field produced by the solenoid on its equatorial point? Questions you should be expecting, because we already have the formulas with us in the NCERT itself. Go through it, very important. Okay, then after that we just come to Earth's magnetism, right? We talk about magnetic axis, geographic axis, magnetic meridian, geographic meridian, isn't it? Then we talk about angle of dip, angle of declination, all these important. And the last part from this particular chapter is related to magnetization and magnetic intensity. Bas. Okay, so magnetization, magnetic intensity, matlab so many terms related to magnetic, right? Intensity of magnetization, right? Intensity of magnetic field. Then we'll be having what is susceptibility. I'll just write it. What is susceptibility? What is the relationship of susceptibility with permeability? Questions can come. You should be knowing the relationships, right? Okay, I think this particular chapter is chotu compared to all the other chapters, है ना? Chotu है ये. ठीक है? So these are the important points which comes from the chapter of magnetism and matter. Simple chapter hai. So learn it in an amazing way. Fine. Okay. Now, electromagnetic induction chapter. Now tell me, before we proceed, how was the chapter of magnetism and matter, bachalo? How was that? Is it good? Tell me, is it a good one? Or is it okay one? What do you say? Hi gamers on. बहुत hard. Bobby is like, sir, बहुत hard. The chapter of magnetism and matter. Hey, baap re, that is simple, hai na? Scoring chapter. Yes, Shraddha said the same thing. Mera, it was good. I could remember everything. Okay. Gamers or new students. Okay, welcome to the class. ठीक है, ठीक है, ठीक है. Okay. So let's go to the last two chapters. One is EMI and the other one is our AC. EMI, if you learn Faraday's law, almost 55 to 60% of the chapter is complete, because all the questions are from this Faraday's law, which says the induced EMF is negative of d phi by dt, and if there are n number of turns, multiply it with n. All the questions is going to be coming from here only, and the remaining formulas in this chapter is only the derivations from this main Faraday's law. So don't forget to go through this Faraday's law, very important. Matlab, without Faraday's law, there is no, this particular chapter itself is not there, which is EMI. Okay. Then Lenz's law. I think for some of you this is a bit hard. Don't worry, after tomorrow's class, right, after tomorrow's marathon series, no one in this class will be telling, sir, Lenz's law is difficult. It's going to be super simple, right? And Lenz's law is actually helping us to find the direction of induced current. Hannah, this is very important. So you have to go through it. One question, I think, or if a question is asked from induced EMF or current, we are also asked to find out the direction of induced current. So Lenz's law is the very, very, very important, let's say, super important, let's say. So we have to go through it. Self-induction, right? Matlab, what is the formula for self-induction, right? For the EMF induced, what is the formula? What is the formula for self-inductance, L value, right? For a given solenoid. These are important points. EMF, what is the L value? How will you write the flux associated with a self-inductor? Questions can come. You should be very consider this particular topic as very important. Okay? Then combination of inductors is not so much important, or let's not consider that, right? Combination of inductors is not so important, so don't expect from there. Not so much important, right? Okay. Mutual induction, right? What is mutual induction? You should be having a very clear-cut idea. First thing, what is the formula for the flux associated in both the coils? What is the formula for EMF induced in the coils? How to calculate the mutual inductance of solenoids? All these things you should be knowing from the part of mutual induction. Okay, another important topic, let's say. Fine. Then what is there? Or kya hai isi pe? Then done. After mutual induction, that chapter is also done. Or kuch nahi. Okay. Then we are only left with the last chapter, alternating current. So what do you think about the chapter alternating current? Coaxial solenoid, it's important. It comes under mutual induction, hai na? It's important. What do you think about the chapter alternating? Is it hard for you, easy for you, or like medium level topic here? Something which you can score so much of marks. AC chapter is the best for Miara than Harsh. Harsh is so much chill. I think he made the complete preparation. He is in his happy mode. Very good, Harsh. Sudeep, konchen tricky chapter ano. So Sudeep is like, he's actually confused. Is it a bit tricky chapter? Not so much tricky chapter. If you learn the concept and formulas, nothing tricky questions can come from this part of alternating current. Actually, direct questions only pops up. Tricky question mainly comes from the chapter of electrostatics, okay, and current electricity mainly, and the first part of magnetism. From there, you should be expecting so many application level questions. Okay? So those kind of questions actually pop up from that part. Harsh, easy like halwa hai ye chapter. Game is hard. Ritu, medium. Okay, ठीक है. Shraddha, if we know LCR, we are done with AC. Shraddha, almost we can say. But we also have some extra topics we're going to see. है ना? देख ले. It starts with finding out the relationship between peak value of current and voltage with the RMS value. Very important. That peak value and RMS voltage is very important because rest of the entire chapter is based on this. Okay. Then about circuits. Circuit matlab how a resistor will be behaving with an external voltage. Matlab here what is the value of current going to be? if you are applying a voltage, what is the value of current that is produced in the circuit? What is the phase difference, right? Similarly, if you are having an inductor which is connected across an AC, questions can be what is the phase difference? What is the value of current that is produced here, right? What is the value of net resistance of this circuit, right? Similarly, about all the circuit, and also finding out the average wala power about all the circuit till it reaches the LCR circuit, which is the combination of inductor, capacitor and resistor in series. There also you'll be asked to find out what is the net value of voltage across all the three. What is the equivalent value of resistance, which we call it as impedance, है ना? फिर क्या है? Then we'll be asked to find out the phase difference in that case. Okay, so these are different kinds of questions you should be expecting. And one more thing, देख ले, if it's an LCR circuit, right, question can come, what is the value of voltage across the inductor? These kind of questions will also be coming. Okay, so you must be very thorough about this LCR circuit. One question is pakka, and you know that from AC, without LCR, chapter is nothing. So one question to pakka hai. So make sure that LCR circuit, give enough time in this revision time also, and learn entire thing related to this LCR circuit. Okay. Okay, moving on. Impedance we already have talked about, nothing to talk about it. Then resonance. What is resonance, right? How a resonance is created in an LCR circuit. Then what are the specialities at those points? All important. What is the value of resonance frequency? Omega is equal to 1 by root LC, yaad hai na? So all these things you should be going with the topic of resonance. Okay? Then quality factor. What is quality factor? What is the formula for quality factor? Power factor, LC oscillations and transformer. So power factor, you know, it is simply cos phi. Nothing to discuss about. In LC oscillations, you should be knowing what is the frequency with which it oscillates. Okay? How to find the energy stored inside capacitors and inductors at different points of time. You should be knowing. And transformer, it's not a big deal. Small topic, you know. You should be only knowing this very last formula, that voltage in the secondary to voltage in the primary is number of turns in the secondary to number of turns in the primary is equal to current in the primary to current in the secondary. Question is asked from transformer, obviously it will be from this particular formula. So that's it, right? That's all we have. That's all we have as the topics for this particular term one, which we should be mainly focusing on. Okay. Oh, Bobby, how can I say that from which chapter as special recent time zyada aa jayega? Nothing, we can talk about all those stuff, hai na? But we can say one thing, after tomorrow's class, your doubts will be zero from all these chapters, because kya hai, dekh le, something awesome is what you can see on the screen right now. So tomorrow we have the marathon series, which is the entire chapter revision starting from 3 p.m. These are 3 different sessions which starts at 3 different times, from 3, from 7:30 and 10 p.m. Matlab, if you come for tomorrow's class starting from 3, okay, if you spend the time till 10 p.m, I don't think there will be nothing left for your preparations for physics for the upcoming term 1 examination on Friday. Okay. How difficult do we expect physics papers? It's not going to be so much difficult. Matlab, section A is going to be totally easy, right? Section B, half will be medium questions. Some questions you'll find it a bit hard. Okay. Okay, Ritu, you feel more confidence. Awesome, awesome. I'm so happy to be a part of that. Neon lights of test give me positive vibes. Wow, wow. So nowadays people are like looking for some reasons to get confidence, hai na? Anyway, good. Sir, are you going to do board MCQ as well? Yes, we'll be doing concepts here. We'll be doing multiple choice questions here, assertion, reason type question. Sab karega hum tomorrow. Chiranjeev, is it possible to get... Arey, Chiranjeev, we are doing this much, hai na? In the past few days, I was also taking lot much of classes. So that with this particular thing that, okay, somehow all my bacha logs should be getting 35 out of 35. Then there is no point of asking, sir, is it possible to get 35? बिल्कुल बिल्कुल मिलेगा आप लोगों को, क्यों नहीं? न्यूमेरिकल हार्ड और इजी मीडियम ही हो जाएगा. डोंट एक्सपेक्ट टू हार्ड क्वेश्चंस, ठीक है? विल देयर बी मेंडी टुमारो? मेंडी कुछ नहीं है. मेंडी नहीं, it's simply multiple choice questions, concepts and assertion reason. I will be doing it in the class. Okay, I'll be giving you some time so that you can solve it first, then only I'll be solving it. Okay, sir. ഞാൻ നാളേക്ക് അടിപൊളി റെഡിയാകും. Or kya? Sudeep, you must be there. Everyone must be there. Starting from 3 p.m. I want everyone here, right? All my legends. Okay, so okay, so Sudeep, yes, Myara is like आंख बंद करके भी 35 out of 35 हो जाएगा ना? और क्या? So that should be the confidence you all should be having, right? So thank you so much everyone for being here and making the class so awesome. So those who haven't made the subscription, you can make the subscription because along with 12 months extra 6 months is given free. So don't lose it, be a part of it, right? And don't forget to use our code. हमारा code क्या है? AMP10, which gives us extra 10% of discount. Okay. So the other batches for class 11 and class 12 is what you can see it over here. Special classes, I'll be telling you the features of special classes. So बच्चा लोग, those who haven't liked the session, थोड़ा प्यार दे दे आप सब लोगों का भैया को. Okay, click on that like button and do let me know that this particular session was very much useful to you and you all enjoyed it. Jaldi se jaldi everyone. So thank you so much, and those who haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel. So I must say bye everyone. Thank you. I'll call everyone's name one last time before I leave the class. Sujal, bye. Good night. Myara, good night. Anisha, Ritu, Sudeep, Harsh, Sujal. Okay, so bye everyone, and don't forget to share the class with all your friends, and don't forget to inform them about tomorrow's marathon series. So these are the small chotu tasks I am going to give you. So see you all in tomorrow's class starting from 3 p.m. Bye bye everyone. Take care.